Nicole, how are you?
I'm good.
Nicole, tell me about, I bumped into you at the Overfeld High School, and Mr. Kiala introduced me to you, and we kind of introduced each other first.
Right.
And then Mr. Kiala introduced you to me and took me to his office and showed me all that artwork with the Nathaniel or Nathan?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. And then we talked about your son, and so we are here.
Yes.
So tell me about your story, what is your full name and how did you get here?
My name is Nicole Odelia Denise Kindle. I am a single mom of 5 children. Growing up, I loved art. I started painting and drawing when I was 6 years old, and when I had my children, I also taught them at a very young age to draw and paint as well.
So how long you been painting?
I've been painting over 30 years.
Whoa, you look like yourself 30 years old.
I wish.
So tell me about your painting. I see there is a painting about, I think is your son Tyler back there?
That is Tyler. We were on our way to Sacramento to a cheerleading competition for Tyler, and we got pulled over. And when we got pulled over, the police officer approached the window. Tyler immediately started crying. And I looked back and I said, "Tyler, what's wrong?" And he said, he didn't say anything. And then the officer asked him, "What's wrong?" And Tyler said, "Are you going to shoot us now?" And the cop stepped back and he kind of teared up a little. And he said, "No, I'm not going to shoot you." And then he looked at me, and I didn't have any answers to give him. I was in shock at what was going on, and so he just kind of stepped back again and said, "You guys are free to go." And later on, I did talk to Tyler about it, and I let him know, like, "Are you okay?" And all cops are not bad. I have a lot of friends that are police officers, and they're not here to harm you, And it's just things that kids see on TV that portray that image of fear inside of them.
So do you feel sometimes too much TV is not good?
Yes, definitely.
So, I heard about the Tyler. He does a lot of art. And I heard that he does with the Clay Thompson and Stephen Curry. And tell me about it. What's going on with that all of it?
4 months ago, he wanted to join the STEM fair at school, the STEAM fair. They actually introduced art into the category this year. And so when they did that, he said, "Mom, can I make a painting?" And I said, "No, the canvases cost too much money." And he begged and begged, and finally I said, "Okay." And so I set him up to paint, and I said, "I'm gonna put a camera on you just, in case, so we can kind of keep an eye on what you're doing." And 20 minutes later, he produced this painting of his principal, and it blew me away. And I said, "Where did you learn to do that?" And he said, "Mom, I told you I can paint." And ever since then, it's taken off for him.
So just 4 months ago?
4 months ago.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
That you had the talent in your child that you didn't know about it.
Right. I never knew.
So does it tell you that sometimes you have to listen to your children?
Yes. I had to bite my words and tell them sorry.
What do you tell other parents that how you have reared your children? You have 5 kids.
Yes.
3 boys and 2 girls.
Yes.
And they all, you told me they have what kind of attendance?
They all have perfect attendance. They're all honor roll students.
And they all, not just to study, they are in athletic, they are in art, they are in all different things.
Yes, they do everything.
How do you think that has become possible for your children while so many other parents are struggling with those same issues?
Well, I try to tell everyone I encounter, you have to stay involved with your children. You have to stay involved. You have to know who they are, what they like. You have to know who their friends are. You have to know who their teachers are. You got to talk to principals. I talk to teachers all the time. I make surprise visits at school just to make sure, everything's the way it's supposed to be. And the kids will follow that. You know, my mother did it with us, and I do it with my kids as well.
So, what is your advice to some of the other parents?
Just stay involved. Stay involved. Know what your kids are doing. You know, you got to stay on them. I mean, my kids, they want to go to great colleges, and I'm constantly pushing them. You know, you can do better. You can do better all the time. They hear it all the time.
So, who is the most influential person in your life besides your parent?
That would be Michelle Obama.
Okay.
I love the fact that she instills health and safety in children. And the fact that she's always supporting her own children. I love that she stays involved with her kids. Not only her kids, but everybody's kids. She teaches health and education. She pushes that, and that's the same thing I do. I push education, not only with my kids, but any kids that I see. My kids' friends, they'll tell you all the time, she's always fussing at us about education. You know, I always push it. That's the most important thing you can do for kids right now.
You know, Michelle Obama was a great first lady.
Mm-hmm.
What have you taken in your life to move forward from here?
Well, persistence. I have to be persistent to move forward. I'm hoping one day that, you know, my kids are all successful with whatever they want to do in life, and they'll take care of me one day.
So, I mean, that's what we are doing, right? We nurture our children to be happy,
Yes.
be successful.
Yes.
And what is the message for the other parents or other mothers that you would like to give it to them?
Well, don't just depend on the schools to teach your children. That's one thing you can't do. The school is just a very small percent of who your kids are and who they're going to be when they grow up. It's more deals with the family aspect and what's going on in the home, and that's how your kids are going to grow up, the way you raise them. The school just teaches them what they can, you know, but it's us that make them the people that they are.
Yeah, I notice about your children. You know, I've been in your home and several times, and I notice they're very respectful of you.
Oh, yes.
Compared to, you know, so many other kids I see, I don't see the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you done differently with your children, the way you raise them?
I teach discipline. That's a big thing in the home. Also, I give them respect, because you have to give respect to get respect, but at the same time, I'm not my kids' friends. I mean, yeah, we are friends, but I'm not their friend. I'm their parent before I'm anything to them.
So you must have to be a real parent when it comes to raising your children. You cannot
yes, definitely.
see them always as a friend, even though you might want to be with them.
Yeah, I mean, we joke around, we play around, but at the same time, you know, when I get that parent voice, they're saying, "Oh, okay, we gotta stop now."
Well, Nicole, thank you for your time, and I hope you have a lot more success with your children, and hopefully some of the parents get this message that the school is not the only thing.
Right.
You cannot put all the responsibility on the schools and the teacher. The parent has to also take a responsibility in raising their children, because they spend a lot more time
Right.
one-on-one with their children compared to the teachers in the school with the 30, 40, 50 students at a time.
Right. The teachers, they try the best they can, and I see it. You know, that's why I don't yell at my kids' teachers if they don't get a good grade on something. It's not their fault. They have not only my child, but 30 some odd other kids in the class. It's my job to help them with that extra homework and make sure that they know the material that they need to know.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much.